my loves, welcome back. And we're talking about the beauty of now. I want you to do an exercise with me. Let's all just come to the now right now. Let's just take away yesterday. Let's take away what we're going to do in the next minute. Let's take away the duties of the day, the racing of the mind. Let's just sit here. Let's talk about the beauty of now. Actually, let's be about the beauty of now. So we're just going to empty all the contents of life, of what we call life. Let's just empty and relax in this space of now. And what is that experience? After everything is taken away and there's no more nagging of what's next. Let's go here. And now we're here. In the now, there is no suffering. Place of peace. It's a place of rest. It's what we call home, is the beauty of now. And now, it is just love. That is the nature of our true being, is love. And now everything becomes more clear. It becomes more brighter. There's knowing. Now, all of a sudden, if there's something that comes up, which we would consider in the form of chaos, it all becomes, there's an answer. It's never a time in now where you may not, it may at the beginning, if something comes up in now, in the beginning, there may be, there's never really any uncertainties. Now, it's not that you know what's going to happen next. You may not know that what's going to happen next, but there is no uncertainty. Somehow you're able to respond, you're able to react in a way that meets the need. It's not like you don't do anything, but there's no plan to do anything. It just happens, and before you know it, you've answered. It takes me back to a story in the Bible where Christ was on the boat and a storm came, and he was sleeping in the bottom of the boat, and the disciples were confused, like, doing all of this, we're about to die, and he's down there crying. He's down there sleeping. So they woke him up. They said, you don't care that we're about to perish? And quietly woke up, and he just spoke to the storm, and the storm just quieted down, and they were astonished by what kind of man is this, that he could just speak to the storm and it's quiet. But that's now. That's likening to now. If something comes up, maybe you get a letter in the mail, and if you're not in the present, that could be turbulent. That could be a storm. That can be, oh no, an alarm. But in the now, for some, well, not for some reason, but for every reason, that's natural. The unnatural becomes natural. In the now, what we would consider supernatural, I guess I would say, becomes the normal. It becomes normal. In the now, there's a quieting of the storm. And somehow things that there was no skills, there was no knowing, there it just is. It's able to come up, able to perform. Not that the answers just come. You may look, you know, it's almost a movement that happens. And all of a sudden, all the information is right there before you. And all you do is answer the storm. Whether it's in a form of an affidavit, whether it's just in a movement of, it just sends you in the right direction. And it's nothing that you need to go out of yourself in order to find. Now, there's actions that happen where maybe you're writing the letter, you're doing this, you're doing that, but in the conventional sense of where people may need a lawyer or this or that, not to say that that's bad if you want to do that, you have the money to spend on that, but the answers are there, and this is how the now quiets every storm, or what is perceived as a storm, because in the now it's not perceived as a storm. In the now, there's no good, there's no bad, there's no judgment, there's no happy, there's no sad. It's just love and peace. We are joy, in the now. It's not having to find it, because that's what the nature of now is. The now, you don't see evil or good. You just see other dimensions, of what we call dimensions, but other facets of yourself. You know that things rise and fall in this space because it's what's needed at that time. So when things appear and when they disappear, it was the time for that. It's an experience for this now. Now it's the time to experience this, that. And so that's the nature of now. It's just the nature of who, or not who, but this isness. And so there, everything becomes a little bit more clear in the now. Everything, like the colors are more vibrant, the grass is greener, the birds chirp a little bit more melodic, the seasonings are more, I guess, robust. Everything in the now becomes, words is hard to express it, especially when you're in the now. It's hard to express the words, but we're just going to use the limitations of what we have. So the flavor becomes more flavorful. We'll just say it like that. The wind, when it blows, it's almost like a cuddle, a kiss from the sun. It's more gentle. And everything moves in the flow, in the beat of nature. Is an extension of what's already there, what's inside of you, what we all are. It's almost like a melodic song, the beauty of now. And I could call it the gift of now too. So let's just try that. Try to stay in the now. That place of rest, that place of peace, where love is abundant. That breath of life from which is in all of us. But in truth and now, there is no end. There is no out. So when you see when there's a perceiving of all of these things, all what is reflected in the now is, this is myself. It's nothing other than in the now. So I would suggest, let's just take a moment and sit in the now. Let's experience. Now let's just be. And I guess that's it. Period, period, period. In the now. So we're just going to take a moment where there is no you and there's no me. And what is there now? We are one in now, but different expressions of that one. And so everything becomes more enjoyable, more peaceful, more in the moment, new. Every moment is new in the now. So I just suggest that we all stay here, experience life in this moment, every new moment. You don't have to go back to the suffering. It's when we revisit, when we forget about ourselves, because this is us. This is what we call supernatural. Is really just natural. Things move from a different source in the now, not from the egoic standpoint, but from the intuitive heart, which everything flows together perfectly. Now, would we consider this perfection? There's no such thing as perfection or imperfection in the now. It just is. And there's no resistance in the now because everything flows in the way that it should. When things come up, it was needed at that time. What we call life is just the flow of energy. Intuitiveness flourishes in the now. You're able to move in a way that's consistent with nature, consistent with the source of all life, consistent with love and truth. So let's just spend every moment we can in this now and just watch how your world will shine. And if there's times you forget, no worries. All you have to do is come back to the moment. Return to the present. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Remember that you are beautiful and I love you.